Hi, welcome to Robyn's Roost. I'm here in my little bit of paradise in Lake Wales, Florida this morning, and we are going to make a fun accordion fold card. It's super easy to make and will wow the recipient, right? That's the fun part, super easy. So let's flip the camera and I'll show you how to make it. So we're going to start with a card base that is 4 1/4 by 11. So you're going to cut a piece of paper in half the long way. And then you're going to score it at 2 1/2, 3 3/4, 6 3/4, and 8 inches. So you're going to, this is going to make your accordion for the card. So then you can go ahead and crease all your score lines. So this is going to be our base. And then we're going to put little flappers on here. So you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock of a different color that are 4 by 4. 1 piece that is 2 3/4 by 4, and then you need 2 pieces of designer paper, and I'm using the Day on the Farm, which is a free celebration paper, and these are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I chose this fun garden themed one because I thought geese like to eat garden vegetables, but there's so many fun designs on this paper, cows and pigs and chickens. Oh, and we're also going to need, it doesn't have to be a die cut circle if you don't have a die cutter. This circle was cut with the Stylish Shapes dies with the biggest circle, and that's going to go on our front. And then I've also got some scraps here because I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to do the greeting, but I think I did this on another card where I stamped my one greeting on here and then punched it out with the vintage bottle punch. But of course this could just be a strip also if you don't have that punch, or you could use a different punch. So we'll see. We'll leave that off to the side because I'm not sure exactly yet what I'm going to do with that. I don't know about you, but my cards kind of develop right as we go along. So we're going to adhere our flappers onto the base. And the one thing I did not bring over here by my camera was adhesive. Oh no, here it is. I did have it. Okay, so now you're going to remember that you only want to put adhesive on the one side, or you can put it on here. Just make sure you don't go past the edges where they're going to show, right? So then we will just leave it an equal space around all 3 sides. And we can go ahead and put our designer paper on there. You could do that first as well. This is really a fun card design. I can't talk this morning, but and it really doesn't take any special tools, right? You know, you can add the dies and fun stuff, but it doesn't have to have them. You can just do this all with a trimmer. Of course, once you get into card making, you have to have all the tools, right? You just have to. Okay, let's flip this flap back. This one's going to go right here. And same thing, you're just going to leave an equal space around it from the score line. And then our last little strip here, same thing, you're just going to center it between the score lines. So now we have our card base all decorated and ready to put our fun geese on. So the stamp set that I'm using for this, and of course you could use the day, it's not Day on the Farm. Oh gosh, there's a farm one that kind of matches this paper too. That would be cute. But I'm using the Silly Goose because that's the stamp set that I was stamping with right at the moment. And we're going to be using this Goose Bumps. I think this is so funny. I don't know why. It just tickles my funny bone that you can say Goose Bumps. So we're going to stamp the Goose Bumps. And another fun thing about this Silly Goose stamp set is if you have white geese, you don't have to do a whole lot of coloring, right? A little bit on their feet and their beaks and you're good, if you don't really like coloring. Now you can also stamp before you die cut, but just for the ease of the video, I die cut first because my die cutter is across the room. And now let's just add a little color to their beaks. Now I'm using Stamp and Blend markers, but any kind of markers would work. Stamp and Write or whatever brand you have. Now I've got Saffron and Daffodil Delight is the colors that I've got here. Ooh, that's a really tight one. And sometimes my marker tips get abused. I hold classes and not everyone is familiar with using them, so sometimes they get a little mashed. And this is the daffodil. Let's try the other end. I usually like using the paintbrush end, but that is the end that if you try to push it down and use it like a marker more than a paintbrush, you will wreck the foam tip. So keep that in mind when you're using your markers. Use them lightly as a brush. Now I brought the saffron out because sometimes I like to, this is a little lighter yellow. And sometimes I'll actually go around the whole outline of the animal, but I think I'm just going to leave it white on this one. We'll just do the little bumpy thing. Now, if you wanted, you could pop this up with dimensionals, but I'm just going to leave this one flat. Oh, this paper is perfect for the geese. They love gardening. And then I'm going to stamp my my greeting. You know what? Let's try this. This was something that I brought this extra piece of paper over here to try. I'm not sure. We'll just see. I'm an experimenter. Now, when you do this punch, you can make your bottles narrower if you want. And I'll show you that in a minute too. I'm not sure if I want that wide of a one. Okay, that's one plan. Let's just, we'll stamp our greeting on here and see how we like it. So we're doing, oh, that's not the one I want. That's for the inside or the back piece. We want the Goose Bumps. Okay, so here's one. I almost think it's too wide, but we can fix that. Okay, let's do, but I think I like the yellow. Let's see. Is that the right direction? Yes. So I'm just going to show you how to make a narrow bottle. So you're just going to put your narrower piece in here. And voila, we have a narrower bottle. Ooh, I think I like that. That's kind of what I had in mind. Something like that. So with the yellow, to tie in our yellow, okay, we're going to stick with that. And then on our edge over here, we're going to put this greeting, which says sending gaggles of good wishes, like our total goosey greeting. Now, I think if we stamp it right on the edge, it will show out. Let's hope. Perfect. Okay. Oh, we didn't glue our... Let me cover this before I tip the card into it. Okay. Let's see. Oops. We wanted this collar of the bottle to line up. So we have our yellow, what would you call it, like a shadow on the bottle. And then we're going to put our Goose Bumps here. So there is our fun Silly Goose accordion fold card. So it'll stand up. You can, oh sure, and I smudged it. Don't you hate when you do that? You can write your greeting here, and it can stand up. And then just let me show you, my first version of this card was a Valentine, just to give you an idea of some other things that you can do with it. Basically done the same way, just using some pinks and reds. And you can see how I outlined the geese in some petal pink. If you like that, it gives it a little different look. So hope you enjoyed this card. Thanks for stopping by at the Roost. And I will have my link below if you want to order any of these supplies. Have a great day.